Hello, Greg.
Hey, I seem to have made it.
Yeah, you do. You did, but like we don't see your beautiful face, but
I did my job, Greg.
Yep, good job. And there's no
we're here.
picture, so
Anyway, so I would ask for a motion to approve the October 2nd.
So moved.
Second.
Would there be any discussion of those?
That was good.
All's good. All right. All in favor?
Aye.
hi.
Aye, aye. Okay, so really we have just requests for payment. I wrote some notes and then I ripped the whole page in half. Murphy looked to me to have all his ducks in order.
Yeah.
Had the green stamp, the whole schmear.
There's one thing that I think that was the one that, oh no, it must be one of the other things tonight. Never, yeah, no, Murphy,
Murphy looked like they had everything together.
this is 14 Sandpiper, right?
Yeah.
Yes, yep.
It looked like originally we approved it for a Send 5 and then he went with a Send 7. And I don't know what this, what.
Murphy says 70 West Neck
I'm
Road.
concerned about that.
Wait a minute.
It's crossed out and it says 14 Sandpiper Road. If you look at the engineering report,
Okay.
right?
All right. We have Lake Drive, we have Ram Island Drive, and I think that was Sandpiper, was 14.
Yeah,
Well,
I'm looking at,
that's
so,
adjusted.
I mean, there was, on the engineering invoice, they had 47 Peconic, but somebody crossed it out and on the top it said customers at 14 Sandpiper.
Well, that's what I.
That's what's on the
perceived.
paid, on the,
Okay.
on Shelter on Sand and Gravel paid invoices,
Right.
14 Sandpiper.
Okay. Clarifying it.
Yeah.
So I thought that everything was pretty good, and I believe they were, no well or anything involved.
No, they have all the checks here, Tom.
I just wanted to make sure that, we recognize that information rather than just not, if I
Right.
noted it. That's, I don't think it, and I have to admit, I didn't write out and calculate whether that influenced the amount of the rebate, the Send 775, the Send 5, 7.
Well, I mean, the amount out of pocket right now is 25,709.81.
So he's only.
So he's going to get 12. So I don't know that it has any bearing.
Okay, well, that's good then.
So, any other further discussion on this? A motion to approve?
I'll make the motion. We should approve 14 Sandpiper for Thomas F. Murphy for 12,000.
Second?
Any further discussion?
Nope.
All in favor?
Yeah.
Aye.
Fortunately, I didn't look at Kaminsky's because package.
This is Americ.
It was Merrick, yeah.
So that
This is-
one seemed okay, except I didn't see a green stamp with that one. Do we have a green stamp for them?
Yeah, the file is right there. Maybe I sent the letter.
There's Americ.
On the top of her request. Right underneath her.
It was a survey, but it didn't look like it was stamped.
I don't think it's on the PDF. Just, there wasn't like a PDF sent out on that one. So I'm looking through the,
It was the whole packet, everything should have been scanned as one.
there's red stamp.
Yep.
Where's the green stamp? Come on. Wait, is this it? Is this the? Is that just the engineering?
That's just an engineering
That's
stamp.
engineering one.
It's, it's like a green block.
Right.
Yeah.
It's like almost like a notary thing, like
I don't
it's
see it
pretty
on the
long. I don't
PDF.
see it. if you look, if you go back to, Murphy, I'll show you.
Let me look at-
Murphy actually has it right here. It looks like
Where is it usually?
that.
Yeah,
Mhm.
so that's usually
Yeah,
on,
I see it, okay.
Anyway,
usually on this one, right?
well, it would be like, it would look like this,
Yeah.
but it's green. You know?
Well, could we approve it pending,
Pretty sure how,
No, we can. I'm just.
Right now, or-
pending the
She's
receipt of
looking for
the,
it.
or the confirmation that the green stamp is in hand?
I think all of the stuff came from Sandy Prep. That's okay.
That's fine with me. I mean, this is,
Goes in there. Yeah. Oh, put it on
Good.
top so you remember
on
to
the
sign.
top, there we go. So, yeah, I mean, if we can get that. And,
So I make a motion, we approve it for
it
Casmeric,
would be.
137 Ram Island Drive, pending,
12,000? I don't think they put
$12,000.
well in, did they?
no,
They did not.
they did
Yeah,
not.
so
They didn't do a
12,000.
shallow pressure drain, so
Right, 12,000.
$12,000 pending
Yeah,
the
Pending the receipt of
confirmation
the,
green stamp is
Stamp.
in hand.
This is for
is that it?
well, that's what I
No,
was.
that's
No, that's not it.
No, that's the engineering.
That's what I
That's
just
it.
showed you, that's the engineering. This just shows like the fit of.
I didn't see it. Yeah, that was in here too, I didn't see it. Yeah.
So,
check rate.
Wait a minute, it says the approval date was 8/12/2025? Oh, no,
of the red stamp.
yeah, no, it's not the right thing. I did ask Meg, but she's not maybe online right now, so.
Anyway,
Well, I second.
you second that?
Yeah, could you
You guys are all right with that?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, so, yes, aye.
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 Yeah, yeah.
Aye.
Shall I sign it now, or shall I wait until you get the green stamp?
Let's just wait.
Yeah, we can wait, I don't know.
All right. And Perez, I think it's the same, one of the same problems. And the other thing with Perez is the RC Gardens for 2250. Leveling, grading, and seeding. You know, I
What
would,
was the total amount for the request?
the total amount is 12,863.
Is the request?
Is there, but bringing that amount up to that is
Oh.
2250,
Right.
Just getting back to Casmarek,
right?
there's a green stamp,
There is?
Meg said, so.
I think that's what was submitted. And I know.
Well, we have to have it, so we need to get a copy of it if,
Jessica doesn't have it, then,
You
we
just
need
go
it.
through the file and then.
right, so we have to have it. We believe that it's there, we just need it.
right.
Power of the purse.
So I'm not sure when this was accomplished. I don't think it had any problem with winter,
What's that?
the Perez.
Well,
Greg,
Now, we had one that was because they couldn't do the grading in them because it
And
was.
it got washed out.
And then it got, or something happened, whatever, and they, sand and gravel couldn't do the grading. And then, so we,
The one thing with Perez is that they seem to have had on May 1 of 2015, a $12,400, at 4,000 request. And according to the minutes, I think that we said, yes, okay, we approved it. And now we have basically, I guess, the same thing happening again. So that may weld in, move towards your concern or your identification that they had trouble doing the job.
I don't know, I don't know. From what I understand, Shelter Island Sand and Gravel builds into their price the,
Basic grade.
the seeding and the grading, not planting your prize bushes back, but So I'm not sure why this is an extra amount. I mean, the amount, you
Well,
know,
if you take that off, it would be 10,000.
10,613.26.
Right, that's why it's a problem.
Yeah.
Ask Meg, I remember talking.
She's going to log in 5 minutes.
Oh, okay. I remember talking about someone, I don't know if it was Perez, and it was winter time.
No,
and they couldn't
it was
do-
another,
it
it was another
one?
application.
Okay.
I know the one you're saying, yeah, that's another one.
And they couldn't do it because it was too cold and
Right,
frozen or something,
right,
whatever, you
right,
know? And,
So if that's the case, you could approve it for 10,613.
well, that's what the amount I wrote down, actually.
Does that include the 12,000 that we forwarded out to the town board in May?
This is not the same application, I don't think.
I don't know, it was still, what was the street? It's still Lake Drive.
Yeah.
There was a Lake Drive in May 1. In our meeting of May 1, there's a Perez Lake Drive that we said, we sent 12,000 and 4,000 up to the town board saying, here's what we think they should get. And then this thing happened in November. Now, I'm doing,
You're doing good, you're doing better than we are.
have this wrong, but just that's, somebody else ought to double check then and find out. Maybe Jessica actually can take a look and see if May 1, 2025, in the minutes, it says that we approved 12,000 plus 4,000.
But they're not asking for the 4,000 now.
Right. Well, we do that automatically, right, and we
Why
do
would
the
we-
12.
Oh, it's the
It's a-
and now we're asking for, so we approved
Right.
the project.
Right.
The max, at the standard amount.
Exactly, and now this
And the
is the
4,000.
request.
Right,
Isn't,
Yes, it is in the minutes.
So,
but that's just the standard approval,
right, exactly,
so they know they will get reimbursed.
correct.
But now they're asking for money for something that's theoretically not reimbursable.
Right, so I think we should wait for Meg and ask her if she knows what's,
here's one, it's White Pine Landscaping, 1,575.
Is that 1,300? No.
1575, and I'm not sure if this was the one.
It's Raphael, it's from 11/3. It says it was the copy, the application is from 11/3 of 2024, 2025, excuse me. They also have a Jim Williams Plumbing and Heating, but that looked like that was to hook up the
That was the hook.
the
It's
dry
probably
well.
something rerouting inside, which is okay.
Yeah, it looked like it might have had something to do with the dry well for treated, the effluent from
Right.
treated systems. So I'm just saying, it's there, but it's fine.
You said the date was May 1st?
May 1st, 2015. Now, I'm working without a printer, so I'm looking wildly at sheets of paper here, but yeah, that's what I had. May 1, 2025, 12,000 and 4,000. And what I have had only
Along so
pulled
quickly.
out was the meeting minutes on that.
it says June 5th. So, Water quality improvement rebate. This agreement is made on the 9th day of June, 2025, between the Perez's and the town, I guess. That's when they told them about, they could get the 12 and the 4.
When we approved the actual
Right.
thing. I think that it's a different application, we're mixing.
One is, we always give the standard
Right,
amount, and
Right.
when we get the final,
right, and then we go through the itemized things, and the question is that one.
Why, did sand and gravel seed for them as they
We don't know.
usually do, or?
So, we'll know when
Meg
Megan,
said she's coming on, so.
so why don't we just hold on that for the moment?
We'll move on to the.
Huh? Yeah, if she's gonna be on in a couple minutes, we'll just hold on. So the next item, and the reason why I just keep putting it in there, as you may have heard at the candidates forum, one of the questions
Yeah,
was, do we think that it'd be appropriate to have commercial grants? And every one of the candidates up there seemed to say,
Yes.
great idea.
Right.
there's Meg on now.
Yeah. Well, we'll grill her on that too. Meg, can you hear us?
Yes, I can.
Ah, thank goodness. For the Perez application for payment,
Mm-hmm.
they list on here, some a landscaper for seeding and grading.
Yes. They
Wow.
wanted to do their own, like topsoil and seeding and, so they did.
Well, you removed that amount from your assessment?
Yeah, we didn't include it in our bill.
Okay.
What do you usually put in for?
It depends on what we're doing. It depends on how much, how much area and space it is, and how much topsoil we use, but, it really depends on the project. Some of them are more than others. So it's not like a standard.
I mean, does 2250 sound like a number that you might use?
Yeah,
It's just a slippery slope as we, if we're allowing people to go just because they wanted to. I mean, there was another application for payment that there was an issue, it was the winter time or something, you guys couldn't do it, it wasn't appropriate to do it then. And then they ended up doing it some subsequent time later.
right. Yeah, because we had put their system in like January.
Right. And that was a compelling reason to do that.
Right.
But this was, I want to put my own grass in. So, I'm just trying to see if we're paying more for the grass than we would have.
Yeah, I mean, I don't.
Can you look back in your records and figure out what you deducted?
I can look and see. Other installers don't necessarily include the final grade and grass seed and everything else. They would have, that would be on the homeowner. So that's something that just we do. I can look it up and see what we deducted.
Okay, I mean, I know that just gets into,
But it's not, but the price is not out of line, that reimbursement amount is not out of line.
No, I don't think so.
Yeah, but if you don't know what they did, it's
Right.
not very precise.
Well, but Meg would know what they did because they did the job, so they know that it's not an unreasonable amount based on the
but she
square
may,
footage.
I'd rather hear what you deducted.
Okay.
Maybe it's just a matter of requesting an itemized item and just make sure that we know that we understand that what they had done fits into our list of approvable activities.
Right, it should-
From the description, it sounds like it does.
looks-
Let's say leveling, grading, and seeding.
And
Yeah.
then it's a question of what Meg says.
Receiving the whole back 40 or just the place?
It's just a question that I think we need to answer before we
Right.
prove it.
Well, I mean, we didn't charge them to do grass seed and
No, I know that, but you
final
deducted,
grading and stuff.
because if you deducted whatever you deducted,
Well, she may not have priced it either.
Well, we didn't price it because we weren't gonna bring in extra topsoil and all that and do like
I mean,
a,
they, right from the beginning, they said they were gonna do it?
yeah. So they have a landscaper who did all their hedges and was doing their grass and all of that. So they were gonna use their person from the beginning. So I didn't deduct anything, but I didn't bill it in, like I didn't add it because they had their own guy.
And you're saying that other contractors, let's say if Bobby,
Theodore.
Theodora?
oh no,
Marcelo.
Marcelo, yeah, if Bobby did it, he doesn't usually do grading and seeding?
No, no, most
Okay.
of them don't. Like usually that would be a separate thing. Like they'll do like a final grade so that it's level where they tore it up, but not everyone's gonna put down topsoil and grass seed.
I see.
You know, Kitty, stop it. So it really depends on the contractor. I mean, we end up doing most of the work for people on the island, but there's a lot of people who come from off island who'll do work for like new construction jobs and they don't necessarily do all the final touches. They're usually more rough.
Well, I mean, I can see that, I mean,
Right.
I mean, because the site's generally a mess. I mean, Marcelo put one in for us. Mess, but whatever. Well,
And it also depends on the homeowner. Some homeowners are like, yeah, we don't care, go for it, just throw grass seed on your final grade. And then some people are pretty particular and they want it a certain way. And I'm like, not a landscaper. We'll get it level and throw grass seed down, but we don't get fancy with it.
well, so we're opening ourselves up to pay for fancy or not fancy? I guess, I mean,
Or,
if,
yeah, I mean, or like extra topsoil and, if they want hay spread on top of it and all that, like that's not what we're doing. We'll throw
Right,
grass
you-
seed down after we get it flat.
right, got it. Um,
With topsoil, though, because you're not gonna
Yeah,
make grass grow on
dirt. or
sand or
yeah,
loam.
it's typically the topsoil that was already on the site, so when we do it, we'll scrape that off and put it to the side. Then you dig your hole, you do your sand, your backfill, all that, and then we'll take the topsoil that was already there and then spread it back over the site after we're done. So it's not like us bringing in additional
Right, right.
topsoil,
But here, it seems like perhaps they did. I don't know.
It's hard to judge how big an area it was, and, I don't,
I don't know, she says it's not out of line though, so,
and they're not putting in sod,
No, I get it,
so.
so, and it's, we're giving them $2,000, right? But, I mean,
Well,
we're not
Well-
going above the,
If they got 12, they would only have a sum.
Well, they're out of pocket $813, right?
So that brings the reimbursement down to
$863.
$1,500 or whatever.
863, so if we just said, okay, fine, then the topsoil, we are only paying, if you want to look at it this way, we're paying 15 or whatever that is, if I could do the math, which I can't. But
sounds,
anyway, it would be, 1,700 probably, that's what it would be. So,
Does it come down, does our dissertation here come down to two potential resolutions? Either A, we say, we should go and say, hey, Mr. Perez, we need to just get an understanding of what you've done. We'll come by, we'll visit, we'll take a look. You tell us what they charged you and what was there before. Or we can just say, well, it's not a huge amount of money and we recognize that the precision is not really exact at this point, but it falls into the window of what we would reimburse. Is that our two choices?
yeah,
right, I mean, I think, looking at it like $1,500 to do it, I mean, it's probably
In line.
in line. Yeah, so that's what we'd be paying essentially. So, okay. Do we want to discuss this anymore, or would you like to make a motion?
Okay, I think so. What do you think?
I think it's okay.
Yeah, I do too. I make a motion that we pay the Perez project $12,000.
Second,
Second.
third.
Further discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
All right. Good. Thank you, Meg.
James, I think I'll say I would have thought differently, but I'm on Zoom, so it doesn't matter.
Well,
I can vote anyway.
noted.
Yeah, I think it's noted that the town board, if they don't have it on their record, then the people can complain. Other people can say, hey, how come we didn't get that same deal? We just recognize that that the amount of money is de minimis. That's a new word I learned.
The minimum, yes, but we had the contractor corroborate that it's within line
Exactly.
of what they would have spent
Right.
had they done it.
Okay, that's good. That builds the background to what we've done.
Mhm. But I think anytime we see something like this, we gotta question it.
Yeah.
And maybe there will come a time when we think we should go visit the site.
Right.
If it was like $4,200, maybe we would have.
Yeah.
In any case, thank you. So as I was saying just before, the commercial grant discussion is just we're just gonna keep it here. And the reason why I have done it, is because the town, officials up on the dais, at the, forum that was held a couple weeks ago, all seem to be in favor of some sort of commercial grant or underwriting commercial systems in some fashion. So that, to me, is a good sign. We just need to,
The one thing that we may be lacking, and I know we have some data, but based on bedrooms in a house, there's a formula that has been approved, if not proven, right? So there's a formula. If you have 4 bedrooms, it equals this many gallons. You put the system in, this is what you're going to reduce. It's measurable.
well, it's measurable, it's sort of a health department
Standard.
criteria.
Yeah.
And they have the same thing they have in it for
Commercial.
transient residents. They
Okay.
figure it's 100 gallons per room is what,
Well, okay, so
that's what is,
how do you take,
Room
Vine
or
Street.
table? Is it
Excuse me?
room
How
or
do you-
table?
how do you take Vine Street? It's not rooms. It's not like a hotel.
I know, you're right. I mean, I'm just saying that and then they have it for seats as well.
Okay, so there are formulas.
There are formulas that the health department already, that's how they size septic
Oh,
systems.
that's true too. Yep. So there are-
That's why the country club, Gardeners Bay, the system there is gigantic,
Right.
and,
I don't know
Not
that
an
I don't know that I've seen the commercial guidelines that the Department of Health might have. Is there, I presume, I don't know if it's online or we would have to contact them and just. say, could you
I think
come up with
it's information that's online. I happen to have been steeped in it a bit.
Right.
And, whenever you applied for something, for a commercial, restaurant, hotel or whatever, you would have to provide all that data, and then you would have to have the appropriately sized septic system to accommodate it.
Right.
And it generally is way oversized for what you actually use.
If you've got the DHS segments that are important for that, maybe you could shoot them out to the rest of us and maybe the WAC as well. Just say.
I mean, I'll actually go and look and see if I can find it. You and Betty were gonna do a little, dive into,
We can think about it.
that's something you should still do. Meg, do you have a question?
I have a copy of the commercial standards that I can email everybody so you can look them over. It's
Okay.
actually very complicated depending on the site. So they have different regulations and different ways of calculating it. If you're a restaurant, if you're a hotel, if you're a library, if you're a gas station, if you're a bathroom at a beach, if you're, there's different calculations
to
for
ask for?
every single one of these. So there's like charts that are a couple pages long that have very specific calculations on how they determine the flow rate. So for example, a bathroom at the beach is actually determined, the flow rate's determined by the number of parking spaces at the beach. So for example, when the town went to look at upgrading Wade's Beach and their bathroom, we know exactly what the flow rate is because we have the water metered. So we know how many gallons we use a season. But because of the number of parking spaces at Wade's Beach, which is a pretty large number, the size of the system the health department wanted us to install was ridiculously oversized for the gallons that we know we use a season. So commercial standards get very complicated like that, but I will send them to you guys so you can look them all over and have a better understanding of how they work.
That sounds great.
That would be great.
Sounds good.
We still need to talk, Greg.
Yes,
So,
I know. So next week, let's talk next week.
Okay,
I think we should just continue to try and assemble some sort of, idea of how the whole thing works.
Right.
And then, the range of costs, as we've talked about, we've established that it can be gigantic
Yes,
between projects,
yeah.
and I don't think anybody is thinking that you're gonna, cover 50% of the cost of any, because it could be like, $250,000 or
Right.
$500,000. I mean,
But again, the impact of, somebody may request it and you say, well, essentially, there's really no impact. So why are we going to do it? On the other hand, take Island Boatyard or Coggins Harbor, there's,
right,
you have the laundromat.
and you have the pump out,
Yeah,
and the pump out's gonna go into their
Yeah.
South Pole,
yeah,
so it's,
yeah.
so
So,
in a way, you're just recharging your,
Mr. Perez seems to be on.
oh, that's good.
Should we ask him about?
We can, or do we want?
Hi, everyone. Good evening. Thank you for allowing me to attend this meeting.
Not a problem. We approved your payment. There was a question regarding the seeding and topsoil stuff that was done. Usually, at least, it's typically, when Shelter on Sand and Gravel does a project, they include it, and
Okay,
our underlying criteria does not allow for us to pay for, extra plantings and extra shrubbery or anything like that, but we do cover the grading, the rough grade, the topsoil, and some seed.
so,
We did talk about your project to some degree, and Meg kind of corroborated, well, that amount didn't seem to be out of line, and essentially because, we could, you were approved for $12,000, you ended up paying probably part of your seeding and
Yes.
topsoil.
yes.
So, I don't know how big a area it was. I mean, Meg says that it's varies per project, their pricing. So,
Yeah, so we had the area, that's a good point. And I was also surprised at how much I paid for that. But what happened was, we had the area where the new tank was installed, the new IA system. And then there was a trench that was made early on to establish if I met the criteria to address our system earlier than not. And that trench went from the front of the house all the way to the back by the leaching pool, and that's what happened. So that area was disturbed also. And then the leaching area was disturbed. And therefore, all that grass that was already grown out was destroyed. And then Rudy came in, our
Right.
RC Gardens, and he had to bring all this topsoil in and reseed it. And I'll accept whatever you guys think is fair. I'm okay with it. I just gave you what I spent on it. That's all. It's up to you guys.
So
Well, the good news is that we approved it.
Okay, I appreciate that. Thank you. And I'm sorry for being late. I was just late at work and
That's
I didn't
quite
get
all
there in
right.
time. Jessica has been instrumental in keeping us abreast of all the status and the progress. It was arduous. I
think you've correct- I think
it was
you've-
gonna be. I didn't think it was gonna be this difficult, but
Yeah.
I have a construction company myself, and I know how things can be. But it's a good thing, and I hope everybody does it. To keep our water clean and drinkable for years to come for our kids. But no, I appreciate everyone's support, and I'll accept whatever. If you say you approved it, then I thank you for that.
Well, you corroborated our decision, really.
actually,
No,
yes.
thank you. I appreciate that. Thank you, guys.
Thanks for
Okay.
for coming online.
Absolutely, yeah. We're excited. We're looking to spend our years to come now on the island, so we're looking forward to it, and we're proud to have taken over the Gershon's home, which everyone knew Vivian and her husband from many years ago, Archie. We heard all the stories, and we hope we can do them justice.
Good
So
spot.
yeah, we're
Nice.
excited, and we'll be there for a long time. Hopefully till the end.
Bring your
of
neighbors over to take a look at the
That's right.
system and start, making them feel like they should do it too.
Yeah, I know. So we're getting
You
to know
got
everyone.
the lot next door and the lot across the street. You're gonna have them in there anyway.
Oh, good. Yes. Yeah, we're familiar with. We're starting to get to know everyone's very quickly. So we've had friends for many years, and now we're starting to get to know everyone, and just taking it all in. I wish I could spend more time there, but I do have to finish my career first, and and it is what it is. But we're excited. So thank you for having us, and thank you for accepting that. We appreciate that.
Thanks for doing it.
Thank you.
Anyway, so now
I'm
Financial
gonna mute
reports.
myself. Thank you.
you're welcome. I don't know that we have a financial report. So we don't have much coming up there. And then we have
Meeting
the
dates.
meeting dates that Jessica has provided.
Are we meeting in December?
Yes.
Oh, we already have that.
Yeah, but
Yeah, that's the end of this year.
I didn't put it in my phone, so I didn't know what the date was. I just,
It's probably the first Thursday, right?
December 4th.
Yeah.
December 4th, thank you.
We can put that right in front of January.
Yes.
Did you say December 4th?
December 4th.
Yeah.
Right now, all these dates look great,
Yeah.
except, maybe if we get into a problem, how does the 4th of July thing go?
My birthday.
July 2nd?
July?
July 4th.
Is that?
Yeah.
Well, then it's always a holiday,
Even if it's July
On the day
4th.
after Christmas.
Boxing Day.
July
Yeah.
2nd, so that's the third.
4th of July is Sunday.
Right,
So
That's no big deal, like having it on the 2nd.
usually the holiday is the 5th. Technically, no,
So,
I'm
I mean,
sorry,
No, July
Saturday.
4th is Saturday and this is
Saturday,
Thursday. so
right.
I think
And
that's
usually
good.
the holiday is technically the 6th, right?
right.
Yeah.
It's
So
fine.
I
It's
don't,
fine.
I don't see that this is a problem, but I guess if we encounter it as we come nearer,
That's what we usually do.
we'll remedy it.
Okay.
So fine. Any old business that we wanted to discuss other than the commercial? Scott?
Meg has her hand up.
Meg?
Hi
guys. I don't know if you've seen in your email, but I sent you an email about Southampton. Essentially their WQI program is having a septic event on November 22nd. It's a Saturday from 2 to 3:30. And they're going to talk about how their program works and runs, and it's going to go over all the grant funding. And Ann Welker, the Suffolk County legislator, is going to be there talking about the changes to the grants. And Chris Gobler is going to be there talking about, nitrogen in our waters. So I don't know if you guys are interested, but I forwarded that to you if you wanted to learn more about how Southampton runs their grant program. It could be an interesting thing. I do know it's on a weekend and, those are precious, but I did forward that
What is the
information.
date again?
22nd,
The
at what
20
time?
From 2 to 3:30.
So the
No.
22nd, 2 to 3:30.
Yeah, November 22nd, 2 to 3:30. And it's at the Southampton Cultural Center on 25 Pond Lane.
Did you just send this, May? Because I don't see it in the inbox.
I sent
I
it a
don't
while
recall
ago,
it.
but I will resend it to you because I realized I used the group email and I don't know if that's necessarily working.
I don't think I got anything, so I'm looking
All
back.
right. I'll forward it. I'll forward it to everybody
All right.
again. But I
That'd be
thought it was
great.
interesting for you guys since this is, what you do.
Yeah. That sounds like something maybe we could go do, and then we'll go out and have lunch afterwards. Or whatever.
Buy it?
What?
You buy it?
Wouldn't that be an expense?
Have you seen your budget?
Yeah, I was just gonna say.
Yeah, we have no budget.
Exactly.
In any case, we pay as we go. We pay for ourselves, right? So what do you think, just while we're dialoguing, what do you think the town board would be thinking in terms of this commercial stuff? I mean, everybody seemed very gung ho when they were on the stage.
It's a legal issue, isn't it? I mean,
Well, to some degree, it's not, we could approve doing it. I think it's, under our ability to do that.
It's not
It's not prohibited.
Right.
There's no county or state or anybody other program for it. So we'd be undertaking it ourselves.
if we go to the thing on December 22nd, we can
We'll ask.
smooth around another WQI.
November 22nd.
She just forwarded it.
If we go to this committee of 11 or whatever it is and say, okay,
Well, that's
we've
different.
got-
That's a different thing.
They're gonna be there.
Not necessarily.
But I don't know that it's something that we need to get them to weigh in on.
Well, if you get them saying it's a good idea, we should do this, that would be, they could use some of their millions and millions of dollars that way. They just won't clog up the banking account.
Maybe. All right, well, we'll see what happens on the 22nd.
Yeah.
Any other new business?
The regional committee there is a meeting of it on the 14th of November, Friday, typical, but I don't think all the memorandums of understanding, at least when I asked Amber last week, all the MOUs are not signed yet. So they may be now, but they weren't last week. So there's another meeting, it's moving along, but I don't think it's officially formed.
But what was the MOUs for? I'm sorry.
For this committee?
Every town has to agree to the conditions of
Yeah.
the committee, whatever ground rules they set up. So,
Oh,
So they haven't agreed to that yet.
well, I think they're close, but,
Right, but well, they have not yet.
right, as of last week anyway. But anyway, the group is moving forward, so there's progress. I think Scott Wilson from East Hampton has agreed to be the chair, at least for the first go-round. These guys have paid staff, paid departments to operate this stuff. So.
Well,
Does that blend in with the commercial topic?
Well, I'm just informing you that that the
But
group is moving along, but it's not, I don't believe it's officially completed yet.
well, we have a good bunch of people on our own governing body who seem to be in favor of doing something about it. So I don't know how many questions there might be, except for how to do it. That's the big question. And getting more information to actually make a vetting of the whole thing. So that will come. Now,
I would like to make a motion to adjourn the meeting.
Yes.
that's pretty good. I wish I had some plans or something for tonight. Unfortunately not.
All in favor?
All in favor?
Aye.
All right, goodbye all.
Bye. Take care, Greg.
This week, Greg.
Okay.
Bye.